This is my first completed completed adult coloring book. Is by Fiorino, and it's all mandalas, and I love mandalas, so I'm very happy that this is my very first book that I've completed. This is going to be a long form video in horizontal, and then there will be one with music without me talking, which will be a short. And there are a total of 25 mandalas in this book. I did do some coloring in black, some lines in black to add more facets to some of the mandalas, and I'll point them out where I see them. But for example, in this very first one, I did not do that. I did not draw black lines here, but I did divide the drawing up. So that's the first one. It was done on February 28th. Then the second one was done on March 1st. And here, let me see if I still had not at this point started using black lines, but I did do some separation just to do a little bit of faceting for the mandala. And I'm going to go slowly enough so you can pause it and look at it. I don't believe that in this case, and I think this was the one that I did a little time lapse for. I don't believe that I did any faceting in black for this one. This is really the way it came, is how it got colored. March 1st, the third one. Then also March 1st, the fourth one. Yeah, see here, I did some faceting, but I did not use black lines to separate the areas. Then the fifth one is from March 1st also. And of course, as I go through these, I am going through my rotation of my Prismacolor 150s. So the palette changes from range to range. I didn't make a note of which range it was, but you will notice that the colors change over time. Sometimes there's more reds, sometimes there's more purples or more grays. And then once I took out all the grays, you'll see the grays be gone. Then I put in a bunch of beiges, which I love. I love beige and gray. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm old. Yeah, here also I did not do any black lines. I just separated it out just by the color areas. So this is the sixth mandala, and it's from March the 2nd. Then number 7 is also from March the 2nd. I did these at night after work. And yeah, I think this one is exactly the same way as it came. I did not muck with the areas. Then the 8th one, I can see I still had grays. I have to say I really love those 18th Prismacolor grays. Yeah, so this was done on March 2nd. Then number 9 was also done on March 2nd. I really like the fact that these are quick to do. Yeah, just perfect. They're not like these 10-hour drawings, colorings, which I also like, but I enjoy the shorter ones a lot more. Yeah, I tried to do some shading in the browns in there. And I still see some grays in the middle. So that's number 9, March 2nd. Then number 10 is from March 4. Yeah, here I started using the black lines to separate out areas. Those do not come in the original book. Those were drawn by me. That's number 10. Then number 11, March 5th. Yeah, this one has some drawn in as well. I can't quite tell, but maybe these little lines I drew. Yeah. And I think that one, I think I drew that line as well. So that's number 11 from March 5. Then for March 5 also, number 12. And I think this looks original. I don't think I needed to, for my own sake. Maybe these lines I drew. Yeah, maybe those. So that's number 12. You see that I'm rotating in some new colors, taking out some other colors. This is number 13 from March 5. And I can see that I drew some lines in here. Yeah, I drew those lines. Lots of blues and lots of yellows and oranges. Then number 14 from March 7. Yeah, I see here that I drew some lines as well, right in there. All those are lines that I drew, just to give it more faceting. Yeah, and I think I drew all these outer lines right here. And I may have split these as well. Yeah, so this one's got a lot of additional lines for faceting. And that is number 14. Then number 15's got the 3 flamingos, March 7. Yeah, and I can see lines here that I drew for faceting. A lot of it, yeah. And looking back, it looks like I missed 2 areas. I'll probably just leave them like that. Perfection is unattainable. So that's number 15. Number 16, I did a little bit of shading for these areas. But again, I drew some lines, some black lines to break them off. Yeah, and I think I drew some black lines in here as well. And that's from March 8. Then number 17 is also from March 8. And I think this is colored from exactly as it came. Nice range of greens. And I had already cycled in my purples. The lavender and the lilac discontinued Prismacolor pencils are already in use here. That's number 17. Then number 18 from March 8. Yeah, I did some faceting here just to cut these areas up into 2. Yeah, number 18. Then number 19 from March 9. I don't think I had to do any. Oh yeah, I did some faceting on these edge designs. Just draw a little black line. Of course, that's what I mean by faceting. And a little shading in here. So that's number 19. Then number 20 from March 9. I think this one is drawn as it came. Yeah, that's number 20. Then number 21 from March 10th. This one, I'm pretty sure that I drew the lines to close in this circle. But everything else looks like the way it came. And of course, it's got a lot of purples from those 2 colors from Prismacolor. Yeah, that's number 21. Then number 22 is from March 11. And I see a little bit of faceting, black lines that I drew just to cut up the edge so I could color it. Yeah, that's number 22. Then number 23 from March 12. I on purpose did not color it so that it matched eyes. I didn't like that. So I wanted to make sure that it did not look like eyes. And that's why I offset the way that I did the coloring for what could have looked like eyes. And I did do a little bit of faceting, black lines, just to cut up the design a little further. Yeah, number 23. Then number 24, I think this one was filled in exactly as it came in. Funny about this one is I colored it. I was done with the book. And then I looked and I saw that the number 24 was the one on the cover, partially colored. And I used similar colors, very similar colors. I used a lot of yellows in the middle. And then I used reds in this second tier. And I used lots of blues here. So it was kind of funny that and by the way, I completely ignored this fact. I just didn't even look at it until after the fact. So yeah, that was March 13, and that's number 24. And then the final one is number 25 from March 14, which I think is Pi Day. Yeah, so number 25 was the final one. And I did just a little faceting right here, but other than that, I think it's, oh, and yeah, I did, yeah, I actually did not have to draw these black lines. I just left the colors separate, did a little bit of shading. And so that is the final one.